Hi guys, my name is Oshun the Great, and welcome to my beautiful channel. So the last time I posted a video about being yourself, you guys ate it up, being yourself and being a master alchemist and using alchemy to just be yourself. And so today I want to talk about the art of being yourself and why it's so important to have courage to be yourself and double down on your own uniqueness, your own unique fingerprint, your own unique energy in this world. Because to be honest, it does take tremendous courage to be yourself in a world where it's highly encouraged to conform to the social norms, to fit in, to not disturb too much, for example. And a lot of people think they know what's best for you, even though they do. A lot of people can care about you, but it takes a lot of courage to sit with yourself in solitude, to learn yourself, your own essence, and who you are, your own dislikes, likes, interests, hobbies, whatever the case may be, without external noise. It takes a lot of courage to learn yourself and to double down in a world that's like, are you sure about that choice? Are you sure you know yourself? Is choosing yourself over and over again, even in a world that can be very persuasive to go a different way than what you know internally you should go. So, being a master alchemist is having the courage to pave your own path a lot of times, and again to double down in your own unique energy. And so, you can't really make a lot of difference in the world when you're trying to be like everyone else. If we think of the fabric of the universe or the energy of the universe, when you're blending in, there's no impact there. So when you have the courage to stand in your own essence, you're telling the universe, I have courage enough to be who I truly am, to be in authenticity, which is being a master alchemist. Is that the highest level of of your truest destiny is to be in your authentic path and your authenticity. And so your highest destiny is to be yourself and to choose yourself over and over again. And what happens is a lot of times in our society, we're taught to be very competitive and to be in scarcity mindset and to compare ourselves to others, like the grass is greener, or we're really fiending for other people's blessings. And we have like celebrity culture where we put people on pedestals, and we totally get blindsided about like what we have going on. We actually, a lot of times, we are very rich in our own lives. I'm talking about like appearance, style, wisdom, um, talents. We have it going on, but we're so used to giving our power away. And so when we double down on our own energy, our own unique energetic imprint, we're telling the universe like, I'm gonna trust myself enough to sit in my own energy and essence to get my blessings that are for me. And so instead of feeding for everybody else's shit, we walk our path with courage. It's not to say that your path is not going to have its hardships. Every path has its hardships, especially when you're paving your own way. You're doing it like intuitively, on your own knowing, your own trust with faith. But when you do that, you're having courage to tell the universe, look, I'm stubborn enough to just want my blessings, what's for my highest good. What are the lessons for me? And so it's not about everybody else at that point. It's not about vibrating at the level of wanting acceptance from others. And it's hard because we live in a society where we want love, we want acceptance, we want all these things, but you have to have courage, because I think the biggest regret we can have in life is not staying true to ourselves, even though it can be dangerous, even though people can call you weird, even though, all these negatives. But like, to me, the worst thing you can do is like blend in and kill your spirit. It's either stand 10 toes down on who you are or kill the spirit. And so you can stand in your own light that's meant to serve you and the world, or you can kill the spirit. And I do, like, I used to say in the past, I think, in my own way, I think a lot of suicidal tendencies in our society is this hyper need to conform, status, materialism, if we're liked, all this stuff. Um, because we're killing the spirit trying to like conform all the time. But what if we were in a world where it was encouraged to be ourselves? And people like the idea of authenticity and being yourself, but when it's put into play, people are the first to call you weird, and all these things. So it takes courage. But so if you're gonna have hardship being yourself and hardship conforming, why not just be your freaking self regardless? It's much more reward in that, in my opinion. And of course, a lot of people fear being the outcast, being a loner, and all these things. But if you're a person who can master being a loner and standing 10 toes down by yourself in your own truth, if you have to, like, that person is unstoppable, because they want you to act from a sense of fear in our society too, because it's easier to control you. And so yeah, trust yourself, be yourself 100% of the time. Choose yourself anyway, even when people, it doesn't make sense to others. And then you give space for others to feel safe to do the same thing. And a lot of people, again, the thing about the matrix in our society is that when you walk that path of authenticity, every step of the way they're gonna ask you, "Are you sure?" And so every day you have to do something. Make it a ritual to be yourself and to self-preserve and have audacity, to stand in who you are. Because I think that's the main thing we're supposed to do while we're on this planet. Because it's easy to forget who we are when we have self-doubt, and when you have doubt is basically when we forget, when we're disconnected from source. But yeah, have courage to keep going and being yourself. And so the art of being yourself is having audacity, courage, self belief, um, self self trust, self reliance, validating self. All of these are super important. Um, where again we're taught to give our power away a lot of times, thinking the grass is greener, or to some kind of authority figures a lot of the time. So be your own authority, have self conviction, and yeah. And so that's the art of being yourself. It's a practice, it's a ritual, but you got this. Again, it's either you kill the spirit or you stand wholeheartedly in your light. And yeah, be dope, be you, unapologetic.